Raise your hands if you were up before the sun this morning. My 2-year-old woke up at 5 a.m. and instead of trying to convince him to go back to sleep, which he wouldn't have done anyway, thought I may as well get up and get started on my weekly meal prep. Quick look at my sourdough starter this morning because she is looking so pretty. I am going to be making some bread today as well. I also got some bagels ready yesterday to bake for breakfast this morning. Not sourdough, just standard. And for my first attempt at bagels, I feel like they look pretty good. I made enough that I'll have some for breakfast for the next couple days for myself. Because it is Sunday, we are also having a roast, so I'm going to pop my chicken in the oven whilst I get everything else sorted. Now on to the weekly meal prep. For this week, I'm going to be prepping some freezer dump bags. I'm also going to make a beef stew and prepare some pizza bases. For the sweet treats, I'm making some cookies, and I'm also going to be making another lemon loaf because Luke's decided that's something that we should have in the house all the time now. Can't blame him, it is unreal. I did also want to do a little bit of a freezer top up for breakfast things for the kids, but there's only so many hours in the day and I didn't want to spend it all in the kitchen, so I'm going to have to do that later this week. On to my first meal, which is a beef stew. I'm going to be putting in some baby potatoes, some diced beef, onions, carrots, and parsnip. I'm going to pop all that in the pan and cook it so it's ready to just be warmed up and eaten for dinner one night. I always quite like to make my stews the night before because I just think things like that taste better when they've had a day to really absorb the flavour. Next up is my paprika chicken. I've got chicken, pepper, chopped tomatoes, seasoned it with garlic, cumin, paprika, and oregano. Then I'm just going to chuck that all in a bag, label it, and pop that in the freezer for later this week. Because I know that my Mondays are going to be busy, even more so this week because one of my children isn't very well. I thought I'd prep a quick lunch for me and Luke for tomorrow. I don't normally bother making lunches, but I just know I'm not going to get 5 minutes to be cooking tomorrow, so this will be helpful. I've just done a really simple chicken salad, and then all I'll have to do tomorrow is take it out and add some dressing. By this point, it was lunchtime and my beautiful chicken was ready, so I'm going to actually sit down for a minute. Happy Sunday.